Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Всем большой привет. Today I'm going to tell you the information about the research, how students feel during this coronavirus pandemic. And in the end of the video, I will share with you some tips how I deal with it. Study performed by Dartmouth College showed that college students were more anxious and depressed during the initial outbreak of COVID-19 than they were during similar time frames in the previous academic year. Also, it was found that sedentary behavior increased dramatically in early March, and it's not a surprise because we were all isolated, sitting home, so what could we do? While spring break is usually a period of decreased stress and increased physical activity. However, spring break of 2020 was stressful and confining for students who were participating in this study. And I totally understand them because I felt the same, since people who are in their 20s now, almost 30 maybe, we were living in a pretty stable times. Maybe there were some economic turndowns, but in general, we had nothing that covered the whole world. And now, this year, 2020, was the first one in our lives when the whole world were raging with the coronavirus pandemic. Now we are living in our golden years. We are forced to sit home, give up traveling, stop partying, and exploring this amazing and wonderful world. Maybe people of older generations might not take seriously our worries. No doubt that war is definitely something much worse, but we are another generation, and it's not fair when people devaluate our feelings, since we are different and we were living under other conditions. That's why we all have the right to feel how we do. I understand that now you might be feeling lonely, anxious, or scared, and it's totally normal because I was feeling the same, and I do sometimes. Most of you probably are separated from your friends or family or loved ones, and it's not an easy thing to live with. Also, you might be studying at the university, and now this distant learning requires much more effort because you have to plan your schedule yourself. You have to put yourself together to do some homework, to listen to the lectures, and you are not seeing your classmate this much. Maybe some of you are freshmen, and I think you definitely did not expect this year to be like this. You might thought that it will be fun, you will make new friends, you will go party, you will communicate with the professors, and you will go travel. Yeah, I feel you. Since the beginning of October, I was feeling pretty anxious and lonely. I was passing my driving exam. The autumn has started, and it's pretty hard when there is no much sun as it was before, because some days I was waking up, there were clouds, and I didn't understand, is it the morning or why should I wake up? And no matter how much time I was sleeping, I didn't feel recovered. Definitely, I had some good days when I was meeting my friends or going to a dance, but generally, I felt like I'm living in a mess and I didn't know what to do about it. Now I want to tell you what really helped me. The first thing is yoga. I started practicing it half a year ago, and now I see the amazing results. I do it in the morning, and I started practicing it lately before I'm going to bed. I feel that I'm focusing on the time now, and I'm trying to let go all of the thoughts, and my body feels much better since I started doing it. Even 10 minutes can make a huge difference, believe me. I found a research made by NYU Grossman School of Medicine, which says that yoga improves the symptoms of generalized anxiety disorder, so it definitely might help. Another thing I started doing is reducing my presence on social media. Can you even imagine that in general, every person spends 3 hours a day on the social media? What makes 45 days a year watching someone's life when you can take this time to create your own? Instagram is not equal to real life because people are just showing all the best when they are in a good mood, when they are traveling, or when they are having party, and almost nobody shows when they're feeling lonely or when they are sitting home and reading a book by their own, and unconsciously you start comparing your life to others. But it's not worth doing it because your life is definitely amazing. It's like comparing the moon and the chair. There is no comparison. We started to forget that our uniqueness is our greatest strength, but we are trying to be the same. Told us that we should be similar. We shouldn't, and we are amazing as we are. The last thing that helped me is people. Today I was watching TED Talk where a health psychologist, Kelly McGonigal, was talking about how to make stress your friend. And it sounds a bit crazy. Before watching it, I was a bit skeptical, but what she said literally turned my world upside down. The main idea is to change the perception of stress because it's not something bad. And she was saying that we're feeling stressed, our body produces the hormone oxytocin and it makes us search for social connection. I experienced it myself. Usually, when we are feeling bad or sad or lonely, we are trying to distance ourselves from our closest people. But we should do exactly the opposite, because when I started letting people in my life again, I was feeling much better. I felt this support, love, and I think it helped me to end this circle of anxiety and worry. Thank you guys for watching. I wish you all the health and the good mood. Bye! See you next week.